Hello YouTube, and welcome back to another wonderful episode of TimberPunk 2. Where our colony is doing all right. Not doing the greatest. We're still not thriving yet, but we're coming through. We're making decisions. We're making progress. We have bots. We have food and industry and more food. Oh, no, and more food. And not much water. Water is empty. This water is empty. We have about 900 units of water available to us. That's all we have. That's all that's left. 900 units, 6 days left in this bad tide, which isn't great. So I think it's time to make a decision. Which way do we go? Do we go up here? Or do we go up here? And I like the idea of coming up here, but it requires us to bring in a lot of material to build all of our aquifers. Aquifers are pretty heinous as far as their total build requirements. But we could come over here, where we already have ancient aquifers already pre-established. We just need to feed them power. We only need one generator to feed both of these, since they only require 200 units of power. And it's just a matter of running the water and the logs up here to get that up and running. And then we need to figure out a way to force the water down through here and into this channel and feed it over here and summarily into the rest of the system. Which we've already connected the two systems to the two water systems as it is. We just need a way to get the water over and into here, which shouldn't be that big of an ask for us. We just need to build a bunch of these overhangs to build an aqueduct. We've already got the beginnings of an aqueduct already in. We just need to fill in a couple of these channels without too much issue. That's just going to consume a lot of logs, though, and our log production still isn't up to snuff. And this all comes back down to just not having access to water. Irrigation is hurting us. Water consumption is hurting us. Beaver population size is also hurting us. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to come up here. We're going to come up here. If we can't get the water down into this area, we still have a huge reservoir of water to store and pump out water for the next 6 to 9 business days or whatever. So I don't think that this is a bad idea. What we're going to do is we're going to hit this play button. We're going to get a couple more bots up and running. We're currently sitting at 2 bots. We're going to break this area off and we're going to have them run up here. Another thing that we can think about doing right here is actually start working on this diversion channel, which we've already got up and running. We just need to somehow get over here and block this water off to force it go this way. And we can build in our power system, which I had planned to put back here in the first place, and have that up and running for us so we're not so heavily reliant on these steam engines to meet the power demand for all of our systems back in here. And I like that idea. The problem is all that consumes logs and planks. Again, one of those things that we're kind of teetering on a bit of a lack of, I should say. We do need to get this demolished. We do need to get this demolished. We do need to get this demolished and this demolished. I think that all needs to happen relatively quickly, and we do have another bot available, so we can go ahead and swap these guys out and over. That will help with the production line just a tad bit. I do need to get some more planks going, though, because we are kind of hurting on... Or not planks, gears. Gear production's kind of slowed just because we are consuming them pretty quickly on this end over here. So we want to get those guys up and running sooner rather than later. And I'm thinking we go ahead and we hit this button here. Hopefully this doesn't ruin anything for us. Really hope I didn't just foobar this entire system. Really, 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 really hope I didn't just ruin this entire system. But it looks like it's running properly. We've split the channel, so that is good to see. It doesn't appear to be causing any problems for us quite yet. It's a nice solid channel too. So I think we can come over here and we can place some of our levees in right there. And that will stop all this water from running down that way. This is going to pause or cause a problem for us power-wise, though. I'm just now realizing. I may have done that a bit prematurely. Yep, we did that a little bit prematurely. That was a mistake. We can pause you. You're not needed. Metal blocks, we can pause for a few minutes. Where else are we able to pause X a little bit? Can't reach. Okay. That was very poorly timed on my behalf. I should have thought about this a little bit better. Go ahead and place that right there. Yes, we'll burn the 200 science. Place that right there. Get those two in there, and that will give us 600 units of science really quickly. And that should help feed the rest of our systems for a little bit. I really should have thought about that. That was really dumb of me. It's okay. Everything's fine. Everything's okay. Just... Whoops! Everything's okay. Everything's fine. We just completely foobarred our entire industry. Yeah, I did that. I just did that. It's okay. It's okay. Everything's okay. Let them knock that out real quick. And once they get those two in, then we can think about connecting all this back here and all the other fun jazz. This is what I get for not thinking. We have 3 bots without any energy because nothing is connected again. Just need this to get turned back on. That's requiring another 27 more planks and 10 more logs, which we have on hand. We have a beaver with nothing to do with their hands. We've got 2 days left until the end of this bad tide. All of this is expiring here in a day or so. We've got 400 units of water. That's basically how much we need to keep our beavers alive right now. So we're going to have to just make do with what we have. Make do with what we have. All right. This should be finalized now-ish. Plus up the work hours. Now I'm playing catch up with myself because I did the dumb thing. Did the really dumb thing. Can you guys finish this one, please? Thank you. There we go. That's 397 units of power rolling. Once this gets in, we can reconnect all this, and that'll get power up and running again. And that basically compensates for all of these compact water wheels that we already had installed anyway, so that's fine. This is fine. We can come across here, and then that gives us access to this water wheel as well, and we'll just, once they get this in, we'll have to run that power line back to here, and that'll get connected. We can make that transition a little bit easier by throwing in that one dynamite right there, and that'll be fine. We again have two beavers with nothing to do with their hands, so we're going to pre-position those two right here for the end of this bad tide, which is about to happen. We have a third with nothing to do with their hands, so we're going to pre-position you to there, and that'll be huge. We can go ahead and pause you and get you into here as well. So let's go ahead and get that done and done. How we're doing on this end? This is all still kind of on pause right now, but we can't really do anything with that anyway, so that's fine. Okay. 2 logs right there. I was looking at some other stuff. I think this is fine. We have another bot with nothing to do with their hands, but we don't have the capacity to put them into here because that requires 10,000 units of science, which we don't have because this is paused because we don't have the power to supply to that, which we do now, which means we can unpause that right there. Let's give this a priority bump and get that turned back on, and let's reconnect these two just so that all of that system gets powered appropriately because these guys are working at suboptimal power right now. But we've rectified that. That's the end of our bad tide, which means we get to turn all of these back on, and we get to also wait for the game to think about its life choices. Get all of these turned back on. We are down to 5 haulers, but we can pause these guys. That puts us back up to 9 haulers, and let's get you unpaused as well. Get all of the things up and running. This should be running power-wise properly. We're a little shy, so let's unpause you. Get that to provide enough power to meet that Aquifer drill's requirements. Probably means we need to unpause 2 of them, which is fine. Go ahead and pause that just so that we can get this running. All right, there's the 400 out of 400 required. That's good. All of those things are bad water source in 100 days. So we've got 100 days to do that. Bad water seep in 31 days. Where are you? What is happening here? What are you? Oh, you're dirty. You're dirty. Dirty. Dirty, dirty bad water seep. Okay, that cements that requirement. You are so fired. That cements this requirement. We need to get up here and we need to block that off because that's just going to pour poo water into all of our systems. And we were already on our way up here anyway to this bad water source to block this off as well. So that cements that requirement. So we're going this way. We are 1000% going this way. We've got 30 days to get up here and clear out the rest of this crap. And clear out the rest of this as well. That's it. That answers that question. Okay, unpause. We need work hours to go to 20. We need to be pumping all this water out of here because we need all this water yesterday. We have all of our positions filled in preparation for all of that. I really wish that our oak seedlings had a little bit more juice in them, but that's just fine. These are slowly going in. That's fine. We've got one additional bot that's in as well. We can go ahead and just pre-position this now. Connect that like such as. Okay, we have 4 bots. 4 bots to do the things. We don't really need the logs right yet. Get up here. We just need to clear the way. So we are going to swap these guys out back over to here. And now we have 4 bots with nothing to do with their hands. We're going to break this connection right here. And now we're going to put in this district center right here. That connects that side. Now we grab this. We swap this over to bots. We plus that up. We migrate population. We say we need a minimum of 4 bots over here. That means that the moment we press pause, 1, 2, 3, and 4 run over here, and that means they're on this side. So now we can start telling them to clear cut that. We need to somehow get material for them to get up and down, which we can finagle that pretty easily. All right, you guys get to work on all that. We're going to clear this out, clear this out. We're going to go ahead and grab this district crossing. Hit that button right there. We're going to put this in right here. That can get built now. And I really wish that we could modify the district crossing while it's still being built, but we don't have the capacity to do so. So we are tearing through thorns, which is grand. We probably don't need 4 bots up here to do this. Honestly, we probably really don't need 4 bots up here to do this. Maybe we do, so they can keep cycling in and out as they... Yeah, they are having to go back and get recharged all the time. Go ahead and get that set for demolishing as well. We're going to need them to get up there sooner rather than later. We're going to pull this down to just 1. Or, yeah, just 1. Swap this over to bots. Yes, we're going to pull that down to 1 as well. That will get built sooner rather than later, and we're just waiting on that to get built as well. How are we doing water-wise? We're at 800 units of water, 900 units of water. Everybody's pumping to their heart's content. You guys are bored out of your mind, so you can go be haulers, help out with hauling the water goods around. All of this has expired, which is anticipated because water production still hasn't met the demand there. Food's still doing good. Water's still at 1,000 units, and we are encroaching on, hopefully, not another bad tide. Or another drought. Let us see here. Let's see what we're getting now. Okay, they can't get up there. This is in. We do have a drought. We have a min-temperate cycle, which really stinks, but we have 1,000 units of water available to us. We can pause you guys. We don't need bots being produced quite yet. And we have a bot with nothing to do with their hands. Autosave, you are the death of me. Please stop doing that. Let me just make sure I'm not losing my mind here. We have 1 bot on this side. What is he doing? Okay, 1 guy in there. Manage distribution. Let's pause the game for a second. They need to... Let's click import none. We need import always on planks and import always on logs. We don't need anything else coming in here for the bots right now. We should probably give them a small storage lot for that. Planks and logs on that side. Just so they can do the things that they need to do. And let's go ahead. I thought I clicked this already. Yes, I forgot to click the button. Let's pull this down to 3. That guy can go into there. So we can move stuff back and forth. There we go. Now we've got storage capacity. Now we can come up here and let's slow the game down just a tad bit. I feel like we're racing right now, and we shouldn't be racing. We should be slow and methodical about this. Slow and methodical. We are working our way through that. We can start prepping this side to get down and through here. And we need to go ahead and mark this for clearage. Probably go ahead and mark that for it to be cleared as well. You are 28 days. So this is a bad water seep. Seeps go to a max capacity of 0.8 units. So all we have to do is put a levee right here to prevent that from spilling out. We're going to plus up our work hours to 22. We need more water. Good. 1.2k. We've got 3 days left. I really, really wish I had gotten a longer temperate cycle. Let's pause you two, because you don't have anything to do with your hands. Go be haulers. Or go be builders. I don't think there's really anything for you to build right now. We'll drop that max lowest priority right there. That's totally fine. You guys are building that right there, so that is good. Water is still moving in a positive direction. You guys are doing just fine. Water's still going. Water's still going. This isn't being saved quite yet. We're almost at 2,000 units of water. I would love to see this filled up a tad bit more. Like a lot of bit more, but I don't think that's going to happen. I think we could tear this out though. No, I want to keep that there. We have a day left. Yeah, it's at 6 days about where this actually spills over and fills all that in, which is not the best timeline-wise. 1.5k units of water. I really wish we had a full 2,000 units of water. Getting this last day in isn't really going to save anything, honestly, because these are going to start slowing down and we're not going to be able to pump out anymore. We're going to lose all of these oak seedlings here shortly as well, which is not good. Get somebody in there to start dumping that out over there, and let's go over here and check on all this. Let's see here. Get that up and over. We need stairs down on this side, and then we need to grab path here, path there, path, path, path. Those guys can work on that for a little bit. We can give them another set of stairs to get up right here. And then right here, we need a path over here to there. Path to there. And then all we have to do is throw in... I want to put in 2 levees. Maybe a third, just for giggles. Okay, there's our drought. Pause these 3. We might need to keep these guys running, honestly. 18-day drought. We don't have enough water for an 18-day drought. Yeah, we're going to have to pull all this water out of here. Yep, that's not cool. We want to get this turned back on. We need to get our trees moving again. Yeah, that's this is not cool. Not cool, brosif. How are we doing on this side? Let's see here. We've got a little bit of lumber moving its way over here. Let me just make sure. Yeah, we've got logs moving in. We've got planks moving in. We need a few more planks to make their way across to this side so that we can finish everything up. We do have only the 1 beaver in here moving materials across. For some strange reason, they have water on this side, berries and kohlrabi, which is not what we want over here, but that happens. Let's thought I told you to not import any of this stuff. Not import. Do not import. Could have sworn I hit the not import button on any of this. Manage distribution. Well, I hit the wrong side. Okay, so let's pull the water back in. I don't know if this is going to actually do anything. Import everything. I just want you guys to import the logs and the planks, which we should be doing that, theoretically. Push comes to shove, we just hit this obtain button here, and we tell them to prioritize getting goods into that system, and then we can work that out. We are running really low on planks and logs, though, which is not good. Power is really not doing the best either. I need to save power where I can right now. I want to keep food moving. Power system 800 out of 615. We want to keep logs and gears moving. We probably don't need this many in the way of gears, though. We're still pumping water out. You guys are all bored out of your minds, though, because there's no more water there available to you. You know what? We've got so many beavers up and running here. on this end. Just send them into the grinder. Let's double tap this. We're working our way over here. We're getting into this. That is a huge concern right there, which means we also need to start working our way up here. And that means doing that one, and hitting this button here. Hitting that button there, and we need to clear this out, and you need to clear this line out right there. I think we also want to clear out this line and this line on that end as well. And we might even get a few bots up here to gather what lumber they can from that side. Did we get over here and put this in? No. Too far from district. What do you mean it's too far from district? Right there. Still too far from district. Did I not connect that piece? I did not. Okay. So that's on me. We've got bad water here. That's not going to be helpful. I really wish there was some water up here that we could snag, but there is not. It's out of energy. We have 4 injuries. That's fine. That's anticipated because I just sent them into the grinder. We are pumping out water still. We've got 1.7k units of water available to us, and we've got 14 days left in this drought. We can pause you for the next 5 days. We could probably pause you for the next 5 days as well. We've got enough of this back here running for us, and food is still doing solid-ish. So that's fine. We'll keep pumping this out. We're going to, I think we should just walk away from this farmstead over here. Really not doing the greatest for us. Still doing good on berries. It's a third of our foodstuffs though, so that's not the greatest thing for us. We are sending beavers up into the grinder here though. That's still not cool. This is going in slowly but surely. So that is cool. We need more lumber still. Not rectified. There's 200 units of water right there. That's cool. There's a lot of lumber up here. There's a lot of lumber up here. Some extract, water, corn. We don't have corn rations yet. We have our first levy in. So in theory, that should prevent any future issues with that. And once we have this stuff put together, then we don't have to be too concerned about having regular beavers up here. We can just send bots up here. I mean, regular beavers up here to finalize the rest of this building stuff, which will be a good thing for us. It'll be a huge thing for us. It's not worth the squeeze. A couple of units of stuff around here. Gonna rip that out. That's scrap metal I don't care for. We could dip into the lumber back there, actually. That's a fair piece of real estate back there. And we have 14 days left of this drought. Get somebody in here to rip all this out. Give this a priority bump, because they will not touch it if it's not a priority. And then we want stairs down here. Then mark all of this for cutting. It'll be a huge plus up in lumber, which will be nice. We can only access this during a drought because of these bad tide drains, especially down here. We could probably tap into all of this up here, which is fine. That is acceptable. Need them to come over here too far from district. Of course it is, because I didn't reconnect any of that. Give this a priority bump. There we go. How are we doing up here? They have cleared out a fair portion of this. So that, nope, I don't want the stairs. No stairs. That's connected. They've got those stairs in. That means that they can build those stairs and we can start working on all this. All right. We've got 18 days left to finish the rest of this, though. No, 19 days. Finish this, which that should finish that, right? We just capped that off. And that means that we just throw a set of stairs right here, and then that gets built, and then that's covered up, and that shouldn't cause a problem for anybody. Shouldn't. Now, I do want to give this a priority. All of this needs to be a priority over that over there. It's already in a good enough spot. It's just cherry on top to get that capped off at this point. How high do I need to make this go? Honestly, if we clear out all these thorns, we only need to fill this gap in right here. So let's cancel this, cancel that, and let's have them rip all of this out. And we have the bots to do that. How are we doing on the bots, actually? They're still doing good. Their durability is at 79%, so they should last a little bit longer. So that's good. We've got 10 days left. We've got 1.6k units of water. That should be more than enough water to meet the demand for our beavers. Food's still not in the greatest of positions, but we're doing solid. I would love for us to be able to do a few more things, but we are cruising up here. We're getting our first aquifer drills in. That is fantastic. Now, how did I want to tackle this? I kind of wanted to blast down and through over to this system right here. So let's see how that looks. Pause the game. Let's look at this. We've got that system here. We could come back in here and block this off. And then we just blast this down and feed into here. I'm not opposed to that. Because there's no bad water that goes through or anything unless... because it feeds in from back here, right? The bad water feeds in through this system. And that's how this is backfilling and causing the problem back here, which is killing some of the foodstuffs back in here. So instead of tunneling, we just blast down right here. We cap off this area somehow. And then the water just spills into there and then feeds this whole system. And then we put in a bunch of sluice gates to control it and keep the water in here while it's filling in. I like it. I like it a lot. Okay, so let's focus on this while they continue to build up those aquifers over there. That'll take them a little bit to work on all of that. We should have all the materials to meet the demand for all of that, which I'm not too concerned with. Let's go ahead and just make sure that these guys get this all in. We've still got 85 days left for this bad water source to pop. And then we'll have... Yeah. Once we can get back here, get all of our bots working on all of that, then we should be in a good spot. We have 11 beavers with nothing to do with their hands right now. Let's see where we can put those guys. No, we don't want to replace those. Power is still a concern. If we could burn water, I would get them back into all of this, but we can't really be burning water right now. Really can't be burning water right now. But it's okay. 1.2k. Yeah, we're fine. I think we're fine. maybe, hopefully. Spot is out of energy. You're on the wrong side there, bud. Go ahead and migrate population. Let's pull over. Nope, 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 nope. Let's plus up on this side. There you go. You can go work on this side. There you go. Now you can get to work and help out your brethren. We should have 5 bots on this side. Right? Where did our 5th bot go? What? Okay, he's just taking his time. That's fine. Okay, this is capped off. That is good. We are tearing through these thorns one at a time. Very, very, very slowly and methodically. Which is fine. That's good. And how are we doing on this side? First aquifer drill is in. Beautiful. Give this a priority bump on the thorns there. And we'll do the same for these thorns back here, honestly. And let's do something like this. Actually, I should probably just put this somewhere, like right here. And then I pause this. That gives me a pause indicator up top. We come up here, and that's where that is on that side. So do we pull that forward just a tad bit? Yeah, if we just build one right here, where does that go? Perfect spot. Sweet. I like it. Let's do 1x3 right there. Sweet. Unpause it. Let's get them back to work. I just realized they're doing 24-hour work periods. Again, that's entirely on me. Sorry, everybody. Get you back to not working 24-hour periods. That would be probably the smart thing for me to do for y'all. I am so sorry about that. Going to click this button, give me the path back, and we can get those in. Really, I'm not thrilled with how slow this whole process is back there. But it's fine. Things are working. We got this capped off, so I'm not concerned about that bad water seep right now. We are just solely focused on this bad water source, and I think we are very much concerned with water right now. I kind of want to give this a priority bump as well. Why are we not getting there? It's because pathing is not available. We need to clear this out. And that should work. Hopefully. And we do want a lot of lumber on this side because we're going to have to build up a decent line of levees back here. That's going to consume probably what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we'll call it 10, 120 units of lumber. There's 90 right there. All right. We are down into here, so that's providing us a little bit of our lumber back to us. So this is backfilling all of our systems for us, which is nice. That is good. Probably make their lives a little bit easier by making them not have to run halfway across the world to do that. But this is acceptable. We've got 5 days left. We should be fine water-wise. I would love for this to get in now. We could probably put in an engine just to be a stopgap for all of this instead of being reliant on this geothermal engine back here. That's going to take a hot minute to get to. It shouldn't take that long. It really shouldn't take that long to get to. Not place our path where we're going to put our power, though. Okay. All right. Still doing good on water. We're still doing good on food. So what I'm going to do here is cycle back and forth between these two projects that we have going on, and I will catch you back up here in a second. And execute speed up montage. Go!
Steel feet on cracked bog ground, rust red sun barely looking down, iron bots in a line, Timberborn hard, beats high, time, beats high. Forest of thorns like teeth like wire, sap-stained air smells sharp like fire. Pit of despair sleeping under dust, bad tide rising. They march because they must. Iron bots forward march, through the thorns, through the dark, bad tide roars. We hold the line, claws to the earth, this day is mine. Iron bots forward march, every step a battle scar. Save the pit from the boiling waves, steel and timber brave. Branches raked, plated arms, sparked up eyes scan for harm. Roots like traps trying to drag them down, but they grind right through with a rivet crown. Sirens scream on the ledge of high, beaver drums beat a war cry. One more row, then one more row, they carve deep channels to turn that flow. Iron bots forward march, through the thorns, through the dark, bad tide roars. We hold the line, claws to the earth, this day is mine. Iron bots forward, every step a battle's foe. Hear that rumble, water claws the stone. Hear that thunder, it wants our homes, but we raise these giants from bolt and beam. Now they cut a river through the bad tide stream. Hear the bad tide stream. Iron bots forward march, through the thorns, through the dark, bad tide roars. We hold the line, claws to the earth, this day is mine. Iron bots forward march, every step a battle scar.
Well, speed up montage had to take a pause for a second. That unstable core is about to blow. It's not a good thing. And I'm just now realizing that we're still letting bad water into this system by putting that, or not having that capped off. We've got 9 days to pump all the bad water out of this system. We've got 9 days to clear this entire area out. Okay. Well, that can go. 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 This can go as well, as can that. That can go. That can go. That can go. All that gets cleared out. That gets cleared out. How big of an area is that? We need to find a way to circumnavigate that entire situation right there and move. We need to pause you, move this breeding pod over here, Give this a max priority. Click on this unstable core again. We need to build another water storage tank right here. Give this a priority as well. We have hopefully a nice and long temperate cycle, because I would love to get this water up and running. I would love to get this water up and running. At least for a day or two. I don't know if that's going to happen, though. How are we doing back here? This is all in, so now it's just a matter of getting the bots to finish the rest of this. I would love for them to also clean up this mess, because that's a lot of material that I would love to have cleaned up and out of the way. And the same with that right there. And we also need to, again, have them not going through that mess. So, unstable core, that's still path not good. Right. I need to really just pause the game. Rip this path out here. Rip this path out right here. And we need to regain access to all of that. As a temporary stopgap, this will have to do until we can build a solution to get around all of that. For now, this is... we have no access to any of that. You have that. No, that's not going to solve that problem. Okay. That gets everything reconnected. All right, go. Still need to empty this out. Empty. That will lose all of that water. Which is not good. And we also need to move this guy. So let's pause you. Let's get you over here. So you can pump more water out over there. We really aren't pumping as much water as I would like. Got 7 days. I want to reconnect this because I need that water. We need that water now. We're going to have to take advantage of this time as much as we can. We've got 3 days left to get another couple hundred, probably another 1,000 units of water up and running. That's going to be an absolute requirement. Did they get any of this explosives in? They did not. They also got distracted from doing the rest of this, which is fine. They can't really reach anything up there anyway. Water is moving in a positive direction. Really need that reconnected. Okay, we're reconnected. Let's double check this unstable core. Let's disconnect here. Unstable core again, and let's disconnect here. Now everything should still be connected. The commute's going to be a little awful for now, but we can still keep pumping all of our water. Let's go ahead and do 24 hours for the next 2.5 days. We need to pump out as much water as we feasibly can. I think this is empty, so that needs to get cleared out. That it needs to get cleared out as well. We need to give this a priority for them to clean all of that up as well. And that should be it. Did they get this in? They did. Good. There's no problem with the water moving that way now, so that is good to see. Drought means that we can still keep working back in there. That is good. What else do we have? Unstable core, bad water source goes, bad water seep goes. That's capped. That's not an issue for us. Building lacks materials and building is flooded. Cool. All right. We should be okay. Should be okay. We're not doing the best on foodstuffs. We're still holding tight at 2K. Really haven't fixed the that line yet, but that's okay. That's fine. That's acceptable. Do I just accept the loss on all these logs? I don't want to accept the loss on all these logs because we're kind of still not producing logs at the rate that I would like to produce them at. So that's not going to be the answer there. We need to let them work on all that. This unstable core will blow out a few of our stuff there. I really need them to pump this bad water out. And I need to cap this off. This shouldn't be a problem here. Shouldn't be a problem. I don't see any active flow coming in from there, but I just want to make sure it doesn't become an issue in the future. Bad water seep, 0.7 days. Unstable core, 4 days. They're still cleaning up all that lumber, which is okay. We get a few more of these guys in here. They can help clean up a little bit of that a little bit faster. I want to unpause you just to save a little bit more of our oak so that can get moving in a positive direction for us, which would be fantastic. How are we doing back here? They are making good progress in all this. Now they have access to all of that, which means we will have all of this cleared up in a very, very good fashion. That is awesome. I'm very happy about that. Then the next big project back there is just running water systems into all that. All right, 3 days into that unstable core pops. We really need to stop letting them walk over here. Stop walking over here, guys. Please and thank you. No more walkie-walkie in that general vicinity. I don't need anybody accidentally going boom. All right. And I need this all pumped out fast. So I need more water or bad water storage so they can keep pumping because they don't have a place to put any of it right now. Hey, you guys really need to stop going over there. Decoration. Shrubs. I don't know if this is the answer. Let's rip this out here. I don't know if this is the answer either, honestly. All right. Unstable core, nothing else is touched by it. You guys keep pumping to your heart's content, please. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Don't stop. Can't stop, won't stop. Get all that water out of there. That's what we need from you guys. 2,000 units of water for 20 days. We're still not quite where we need to be total water-wise, but we are moving in a positive direction. I'm happy to see that. And we're almost into all of this. That is grand. Power is at a standstill over here because we have no more water or no more power sources going. Okay. 500 units of power required. That's fine. We're going to have to burn water to keep this stuff going for now. I would like to get up here and put batteries in at some point, because batteries will provide us with power storage during these droughts and bad tides for the future, which will be good. It will be really good, actually. How are we doing up here? Still working on all of that. We're still not up here yet either. I would like to get over here, and I would like to get those in. All right, 1.2 days for that, 68 days for this. I just want to make sure that we're not missing anything on this back end. I don't see any random thorns or anything that's going to prove to be an issue on this end. If we come in here actually and tear some more of these thorns out, we could run power back here actually. Yeah, we could run power. And if we blasted this down, I'm not opposed to this. Let's do it. We've got the bots up here anyway. Might as well get them to work. We're going to need triple dynamite for some of this stuff. All of these up here are going to require triple dynamite, but that's fine. We're going to need them to also tear out this line as well. And let's check on their durability. They're doing fine durability-wise. That's good. 0.2 days. Pull back the work hours so they can actually go to sleep. Okay. We have a big hole. That's going to be a problem. That's going to be a big problem. 2.1k units of water for 16 days. This is okay. Everything's fine. They're going to keep pumping all that out of there. That'll keep us afloat. That'll be Gucci. But I'm happy to say that we've solved one issue. We capped off this bad Johnny. That will not cause us any problems. That's nice and tucked away. We have this issue solved as well. This will just flow this way, and we're going to turn that into a power system for when the bad water source pops off. And we can even uncap that, and that can be a permanent source of power for us in the future because we are playing the Iron Teeth. That'll be really nice. Then the next thing that we're going to do up here is get our bots to move this way and start uncapping all of these aquifers. We'll get copious amounts of water out of this system, and we can have that just fill in and fill all of our systems down here. I feel like that's going to be a really good use of our stuffs there. I feel like that's going to be huge. I think that'll be fantastic. That'll be glorious. That'll be amazing. We have solved an issue. We are solving another issue. We are working on getting our way down to here, which is glorious. I think we just need a few more explosives down here. Let's check this out. Let's see how much further down we need to go. Hey, looks like just a tad bit more. We should be good. We could go ahead and probably blast down with the triples. Let them fill that in. We'll backfill as necessary with levees, and that'll be acceptable for us there. They are working their way back here, so that is good. That means that we'll be able to turn on these geothermal engines to get these aquifer drills up and running. Those will be running by the time that we have the drought over, and that'll be fantastic. I'm happy that we are making good progress here. We are doing grand things. Our beaver population, we've kind of been neglecting the jobs and the power situation. The industry over here has kind of been at a standstill for a little bit, just because we've been focused on getting other things taken care of, like the bad water source that decided to become no longer dormant, and a series of other things that have caused us to get a little bit shy about everything that's happening. So there's that. Do want to tell them to bring in some explosives and some other stuff. So let's go ahead and click that button real quick. Let's go ahead and bring in extract and explosives and give them a place to store those things. extract and explosives. We don't need much for either of those. We just need, not bad water, extract. There we go. And explosives. Boosh. There we go. Now we've got a place to store all of that. That means that we can get up here to start blasting our way through here, blasting all of this out. That'll be huge. Probably go ahead and just tear that out, put in one explosive there, and then throw in a set of stairs on this end. And let them work their way the rest of the way back there. And how? All right, so we're going to finish the episode off here. Guys, I hope you enjoyed the flail. That was quite the exciting bit of chaos. We did solve an issue that arose. Actually, technically 2. 3. We solved 3 major problems that did pick up and decide to be a little bit evil to us. But with the advent of bots, we were able to clear that out in a timely fashion without too much consternation, saving ourselves from saving ourselves from absolute insanity, absolute well, it basically saved ourselves from getting wrecked. All right, we'll call it that. We'll say we saved ourselves from getting wrecked. All right, I'm happy to say we did that. It is really, really good. Really, really good. But we're going to call it here. I'm going to let them finish up the rest of this. We're going to blast down here. Going to get these finalized in a speed up montage to end the episode. And we'll see you all in the next episode of I don't know what to do with my hands because the map keeps on yelling me to do all the different things. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, please hit that like button. If you haven't already hit that subscribe button, I would appreciate that as well. It is glorious to see how much support these wonderful videos have gotten us thus far. It has been a wonderful thing to see, and I appreciate each and every one of you who have been along for the ride with me. Anyway, I'm going to let you all go here. Have a fantastic day. Stay safe out there. Keep rocking the free world, and we'll see you on the next episode of TimberPunk 2. I'm out. See ya.
In the hinges, mud on the steel, warning bells screaming, red flood mark on the wheel, maps on the table, lines drawn in chalk, pit wall shaking, you can feel it in the rock, sirens spin, the water hisses, every gear alive this time, iron bots tear through thorns, cut a river where none was born, hold that bad tide, turn it aside, steel hearts stand between the waves and our lives, iron bots, don't you break every spark, every screw at stake, for the pit, for the ones below, iron bots, don't let go, teeth on the brambles, blades grind and spark, vines like cables crawling in the dark, chest plates dented, eyes burn bright, mud up to their shoulders, still they push the line, branches snap, the hillside slides, clockwork lungs pull in the sky, iron bots tear through thorns, cut a river where none was born, hold of that bad tide, turn it aside, steel hearts stand between the waves and our lives, one slips, half buried hydraulic hiss, slowed another locks cables, drags them from the undertow. Water roars, turns, falls down the cut they carved by hand, away from fragile walls.